Hey YouTube, what goes on? Welcome to Disavowed Action Figures live at 7:05, the Thanksgiving Eve episode. How is everybody doing tonight? It is a holiday eve. I love me some holidays. If you follow the channel for any longer period of time, you know that I absolutely love holidays, and I love incorporating my action figures into the holidays. So kind of hard to fit a snake and a wolf into Thanksgiving, but we made sure to have our Ursa Major in the back hanging out with his Thanksgiving turkey. So looking forward to cracking this open. Obviously, tonight is going to be completely about the SnakeEyes and Timber Alpha Commandos Deluxe 2-pack. Couldn't be happier to have this in my collection, to see it rotating here on the glorious rotating base. I was not sold on getting this. I really wasn't. And as the year is closing, I'd say about a month or two ago, as the year began to close, final quarter of the year, I said to myself, well, Disavowed, because, you know, I refer to myself in the third person all the time. What are your top 10 figures of the year? As all of you gentlemen and young ladies had spoken with me last week about. And I said, you know what? This freaking Timber looks incredible. The SnakeEyes looks cool. G.I. Joe Classified is quickly becoming one of my top 2 favorite lines to collect. I need to get this freaking Timber and SnakeEyes in hand before the end of the year, because there's a good possibility this will be on my top 10 lists of the year. And again, I wish I could recall who it was. It's driving me crazy. On one of my premiere videos for our toy hunts here on Disavowed Action Figures, one of our subscribers had said that it just went live on GameStop. And I'm sorry, give me a shout out on Instagram or down in the comments below if you were that person. I apologize. It happened so quickly. When I have a premiere video, I'm commenting with people. I'm making sure the video looks okay. But with all that said, thanks to you, sir, I was able to quickly hop over at GameStop and get this thing pre-ordered. It didn't come as quickly as they said it would, but it arrived within about 9 days, so couldn't be happier. Before we get the cracking him open, and by the way, if you're watching this on the playback, we're just devoting tonight's live 7:05 to the SnakeEyes and the Timber. Traditionally on weekly events, we do open random things. Obviously, we'll be talking about what you picked up over the last week, what you're looking forward to in the near future, you know, what you're planning on doing for Thanksgiving. But on a typical week, we're opening more than one thing here on Live 7:05. This week, we're devoting all of our time to comparisons and basically toy talk about the Timber and the SnakeEyes. So let me know in the comments, do you have this? Are you getting it? Did you get it from GameStop? Did it come in safely in your collection? But before we get to all that, let's see who's all in the house here on this Thanksgiving Eve. Let's give thanks to who's here. So who do we have? We have Hooded Cobra Commander. What's going on? Woo! Woo! Ric Flair action, maybe. I don't know how you meant that. There's no context. Awesome figure. Pre-order came in yesterday. Sir, that is awesome. I'm glad it is in your hands. I know you were a Joe fan, so that is incredible. 80s kid lost in the 80s. How you doing? What's going on? Thanks for stopping by live at 7:05. Lacerda Photos in the house. His SnakeEyes just came in. That's awesome, Lacerda. Send me a message over at Instagram at disavowed_12. Let me know what you think of yours, man. I am so pumped to crack this thing open. I really thought I'd have it by last Wednesday. Unfortunately, it didn't come in on time, but that worked out fine because the good man at OK Figures hooked us up with that Thing figure, giving us an opportunity to talk more about that. So thank you again to OK Figures for that Thing hookup. I've decided to keep that on card for now. It looks too cool next to my Dr. Doom, and I believe it's going to enable me to possibly buy the rest if I can find them at Target with the buy one, get one over the next few days. Midwest Toy Box. Hey, y'all. How you doing, buddy? What's up, sir? Happy Thanksgiving. Great 2-pack. I completely agree. This thing is freaking sweet. Copper Age Gold. I love gold is in the house. Can't wait to get his. Hopefully comes in soon, sir. Love the channel. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate the support. Again, this channel is nothing without all of you awesome people who hang out and chat about toys, and I love it. And talk about chatting about toys. Who's in the house but Doc Joker's in? Dante, how you doing, buddy? What's up, sir? Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you for chilling here tonight. Glad to have you live at 7:05. Again, as I say every week, whether I try to remember every week to always, oh God, I almost hit a button. Almost hit a button. Dante, I almost put you in timeout, buddy. I didn't know that was the thing. I almost hit that button. As I say every week, give the Infinity Equation podcast a follow. Give them a sub here on YouTube. They are fantastic content. I was just talking with Dante earlier, yesterday, I believe it was, earlier today, about how much fun it is chilling on the live Friday streams every week at the Infinity Equation podcast, talking with Dante, talking with Laser Pants Ryan, Pew Pew, talking with Alex Ironhead, talking with any guests they might have. Honestly, it has been a game changer, especially during this weird time of this pandemic where we couldn't actually meet people in person for the last maybe year and a half or 2 years. So cool interacting with those gentlemen over at Infinity Equation. So give them a follow, give them a sub. Fantastic toy content. If you don't have time to watch them on YouTube, download their podcast over at the podcast app here at iOS because they are incredible. It's a great listen every single time. Lacerda says, not doing anything, got COVID. Oh, that's right, dude. Oh, man. Dude, Lacerda, hope you're hanging in there, buddy. You and the fam hopefully are getting through this thing, man. Lots of water, lots of Gatorade, electrolytes, lots of positivity your way, sir. So hang in there, man. It's a bummer getting it over a holiday. I know. But just hang in, man. Get through it. And again, you'll come out better on the other side. Copper Age Gold is really looking forward to getting this and placing it next to the OG Storm Shadow. Oh, dude, I can't freaking wait for that OG Storm Shadow, man. Storm Shadow, man. I'm so pumped. I got mine pre-ordered a couple different places, hoping it comes in quicker than others. Four Feathers is in the house. He says, late to the show. Hello, everyone. Dude, you are never late. You are always welcome, sir. Don't ever feel like you have to be here at a certain time. It's just nice having you here to chat. Sorry to hear, Lacerda. Yes, man. Please, guys, send Lacerda your best wishes. Oops. And sorry about that. I accidentally switched onto a text message that came in from my friend. Hopefully, it didn't interrupt the live stream too badly. But yes, Lacerda, thoughts with you, sir. Positivity your way. Renegade Biker 24 is in the house. Hey there, all. I have yet to get the classified SnakeEyes and Timber. Hopefully, sir, if you were looking for it, it comes your way. Fourther says, missed this pre-order. Never even had a chance. I got super lucky, as I said, Four Feathers earlier on. One of our awesome subscribers mentioned it here on a premiere about 2 weeks ago, and I jumped all over it. Lacerda says, thanks, Four Feathers. Beating temperature went to 103. Woke up drenched. Dude, it's tough, man. It's tough. Just hang in there, dude. Best wishes, man. Come out the other side. You'll feel better. All right, so I think we got to everybody. As more people come in, I will gladly say hello. What else is to be said? I'm pumped to see this. So essentially what we have on the docket for tonight, we'll crack this thing open, obviously. I have some comparisons I want to do with it. Needless to say, I've been dying for a week to just have that wolf on the same rotating base as that there bear, which I freaking love and have two of at this point. We'll do some comparisons with SnakeEyes, some comparisons to some other G.I. Joe Classified, and some other wildlife that are here in my collecting room. So we will get to that. So as you all know, there it is. Again, I got mine at GameStop. Came in a weird box, but it was very well packed. We obviously get all the weapons here. We get Timber, which is definitely the rock star of this set with that alternate head, as you all know. We get our Commando SnakeEyes, which honestly, I was going to pass on this pack because I didn't feel I needed him in my collection because I love the Ninja SnakeEyes so much. But after I thought about it, this could be great to possibly do some head swaps with, which I'm also going to try tonight with some other Hasbro figures. Side art, as you saw on the rotating base. And the back is that poster. I freaking need this poster in my life. Hasbro, give us a poster like this. It's official. I will gladly buy $8.99 at Walmart of this thing. Legally is on the bottom, as you all know. But it is number 30, and I am not a G.I. Joe Classified completionist, if you were curious. I'm very close. There are several I did not pick up for multiple reasons. I may grab them later on if the opportunity presents itself, but I did not go all in that I needed every single number. And yes, I am a weird creature of habit. I've kept every single box of every single G.I. Joe I have opened, including all of the different army builders, like the Red Ninjas, like our Cobra Troopers. So yeah. And of course, you have some figures to rock and some to stock. So all those are open somewhere else in my collection. So we have talked long enough. Let's rip into this thing. If I missed any comments, I will gladly get to them next time I check them out. But I am so pumped. It has been killing me waiting to open this thing up. over the last week. But as I said, I love opening stuff up here live 705 with all of you, with the toy crew. By the way, guys, I haven't come up with a name for the live 705 crew. You know, I know we have our IE goons. We have our all different nicknames for different groups. Haven't come up with one. Usually I can come up with pretty good things. I don't know. So if you have any ideas, let me know. Send me an Instagram message and let me know what you think. So first thing here, with that shell taken off, it's not going to stand like that. Noticing here, they do have the cardboard across the bottom. That is different. Then again, I have not had a G.I. Joe 2-pack before. So there's the back, as you can see. Plastic shell. Let's slide that right out. We have our G.I. Joe logo in the background, which looks very freaking cool. Again, I keep all this stuff. It will stand by itself without the bubble with it. But I love the inserts. Now, again, if you're a Star Wars collector, I don't love inserts so much that I'm going to buy that freaking monstrosity that they're pushing off right now as a crowd funder. By the way, not to sidetrack here, but what the hell, Hasbro? You're bragging about a cardboard insert with a figure that would always have a cardboard insert. So I don't know. Star Wars fans, my heart goes out to you guys. As a Legends Marvel fan and collector, I feel like they did us much better than what you guys are getting. So there it is, out of the packaging. Obviously, as I said, we do have the multitude of weapons. We have clips. We have guns. We have guns whose names I don't know. I've watched multiple reviews of this, and to be honest, I don't know the names of the guns. I'm going to call that one thing an Uzi. I know it's not an Uzi, but to me, it's an Uzi. We got a wolf. We got a snake man. We got a knife that goes in a sheath. Hopefully a knife that fits in the sheath, unlike the last one. But needless to say, this is the one we're all excited for. So with that said, let's look at Snake Eyes first. Because, you know, we save the best for last. All right, so let's get him out of the packaging. You know what? I wasn't too excited originally for this lad. However, now that I do have him in hand, and I did not buy the 00 Snake Eyes. I never got it pre-ordered to get it for retail. And a couple times I've tried to have a couple sips of liquid courage at toy shows, but I just can't justify spending maybe $140 or so on a figure that was retail $40. And even at $40, that was honestly rather high for that price of that figure. For what it came with, again, it wasn't even really a 2-pack. I get that it was the first figure in the line as a 00 and it was Snake Eyes. I just can't do it. I would not want, I don't think it's worth paying the amount of money that they want for that on the aftermarket. So again, as I said, not a completionist. Don't worry, I caught it. So I did watch, as I said, some reviews coming into this. Sometimes I don't watch reviews on purpose to kind of give you my first take, and you can watch me kind of struggle with figures. This particular one, I wanted to see how the wolf kind of moved. Everybody's big thing I like to say is they now have to go watch videos of the anatomy of a wolf and how it moves. I have no clue how a wolf moves. I don't want to see a wolf in real life. They terrify me. They look cool, but don't want to get near one. So I will kind of putt around with this. So we will come right back to this lad because that's what I'm most excited for. So I'll put it off to the side for a moment. But wanted to do some head swaps with this guy. But one of the things I did hear that was most common with the reviews on Snake Eyes was the fact that apparently he does not have storage for all of his weapons. So I know with Joe, that's a big thing. Also, I know a lot of people were unhappy with the gap in the elbow here, which you can kind of get an idea of what that looks like right there. I also believe from what I've read and what I've seen, it takes a lot of body parts from Firefly. I believe that from like the waist down, it is a new figure. Obviously, the head sculpt is new as well. However, I believe it does take a lot of pieces from that Firefly. Obviously, let me know in the comments if I'm incorrect, because I very well could be. So coming right out of the package, the feet are not frozen, which is awesome. I've had a bad luck run of getting new figures out of the package that don't stand well because the feet are frozen. Now, let's see if he'll stand for us. Looks like he will. Up close head sculpt. There you go. I'm sure most of you have seen reviews, so I won't go crazy with Snake Eyes. I do like the figure regarding the all black look. Very matte finish to the head with the goggles. The back does have the strap, as you can see, for the goggles. There is a hole for the backpack to get pegged. From what I'm told, I'm going to show it to you because you probably seen it in multiple reviews. The backpack does not sit flush from the original Snake Eyes, so does not look very good with this figure, from what I understand. I do really like how they do have the 00 there on the bracket there. Again, lots of people unhappy because, like most GI Joes, you do have the vest that does encumber the different articulation from the torso. Arms go out about that far, as you are aware. Double knee still comes up pretty far, even though it does somewhat hit the side there for the storage for the weapons. So there is our Snake Eyes, and we'll take a look at the accessories momentarily. Let's get them up there. You know it's not a Disavowed Live 705 unless something falls, so we'll see how it goes. Let's see what's going on in the chat before we continue with this review. Four Feather says, yeah, the fevers suck. Stay hydrated. Yeah, water, Gatorade, Powerades. Keep it flowing, man. Best way to go about that. Tanner Osborne in the house. Such an awesome figure. How you doing, Tanner? What's up, man? Thanks for being here. I agree. I can't wait to see Timber in a few minutes. Lacerda says, I think I still have pre-order for that Snake Eyes if someone needs. So, guys, hit up Lacerda. He's a good dude. He'll help you out if you require that. Yeah, HasLab's weak for Star Wars. I agree, Lacerda. Four says Timber has a nice alternate head sculpt. Liking the vicious snarl. Absolutely, Four Feathers. I'm very concerned, though, in doing the head swaps on that because the peg, from what I've seen in videos, could potentially break. So I'm a little bit scared to mess with that. Knife fits nice. That's awesome, Lacerda. I did hear that. Double O Snake Eyes is great. Lacerda, I think you got the recent Zartan Deluxe from SDCC, I think it was. Is the head the head alternate head of Snake Eyes that comes with Zartan? Is that the same head as the head we have in the original 00? Because I was curious about that. Renegade Biker 24 says, when I get the Snake Eyes and Timber from Hasbro Pulse, I'm going to do a 3D special effect on the review like I did on my channel with the video of Master of Disguise Zartan and Snake Eyes Scarlet. Very cool. KJ Smith in the house. How you doing, KJ? Happy Thanksgiving. Lacerda says, I know Entertainment Earth says theirs will ship next March. Yeah, I think I had one pre-ordered on Dorkside, Entertainment Earth, and Big Bad. And when they all got pushed to another quarter and this popped up, I was very excited to cancel those and grab this. Yeah, and it broke, LOL. Oh, no. We don't want things breaking. Jerry, what's going on? How you doing? I just realized Ursa was there. You could do a cool posing of a wolf and a bear. Sir, that's exactly where my brain is, man. We are on the same page. Copacetic, dude. Yeah, I've been dying all week to see Timber with that bear, along with some other wildlife I have back here. So, again, looking at that Snake Eyes, we're not going to take too much more time because I know people are here to see the Timber. I also know it's a holiday evening, so I don't want to take too long. The knife has some of the paint on it. Very little paint on this figure, obviously. A lot of black plastic. We do get a pretty nice grayish, silver-ish color here on the blade. Obviously, black plastic there on the handle. As I always say, everybody, I say I'm reviewing it. I know there are people who are amazing reviewers out there. I am just basically giving you my out-of-box feelings on how this figure looks. So again, feel free. I am not the best reviewer. I'm not going to pretend to be that either. So feel free to just basically enjoy what we're doing here. But again, take it worth a grain of salt because who knows what the hell I'm talking about, right? I would say, and again, I know there's some reuse here, which we'll see on the arms compared to our Firefly shortly. I do like the texture of how it looks on the black. That looks very good. Came off very nice on the figure. Looks better in black than it does on the actual gray, which I'm pretty happy about. And again, we do get that very cumbersome kind of vest. I saw some workarounds. Some people were, I believe, either they made their own or they were cutting this. I don't mess around with that. I'm not a customizer. I'm not going to pretend to be. But there are different things you can do to work your way around avoiding some of the problems here. As far as the weaponry goes, here is what I'm considering to be the Uzi. I know it's not an Uzi. I'm going to call it one because I don't know what it's actually called. Here we do have the longer rifle weapon. And again, feel free to kill me in the comments. I don't know the types of guns. It's probably some sort of Nerf weapon that exists on a Walmart or Target shelf somewhere. I know Hasbro likes to do that. Obviously, we have the handgun here. All right, we have that going on with the peg on the end, where we do have very similar to the other Snake Eyes. If you weren't aware, which I'm sure you are, this will port on right here. And that is a silencer that goes with that. If you have any of the blast effects from the Black Widow or the Nimrod 3-pack, the blast effects will also fit in these. I actually meant to get some of those out, and I didn't because I just didn't get to it. Here we do have the clip is removable. This is becoming more common with G.I. Joe. Shout out to Bobby Vala and Valaverse, because I'm pretty sure they're doing this because you did it, sir. So you the man. Can't wait for my Valaverse figures to come in, especially my Sergeant Slaughter. But I do like how the clips do remove. I always have the Baroness in the background there on display with the gun, also with the removable clip. So that is pretty awesome how they do that. But again, unfortunately, you do not get storage for all the weapons. I believe that the side piece here, the handgun, does go pretty easily in to the side, as you can see right there. And the silencer also, very Daredevil-esque what they did here. Daredevil's batons or the silencer piece, obviously for Snake Eyes, does go in very well on the leg. Since there's not a backpack, that's the main reason why you do not get as much storage as you might with other figures. Here we can obviously put some guns in some hands. We have double trigger fingers going on, as one would expect. I believe this is probably the same gun we got with the 00. Again, if I'm wrong, let me know in the comments, but I'm pretty sure that's probably the same gun. Goes in the hand very easily. Let's see if this goes in the hand any easier on this side. Again, not really meant to be shot with one hand. That much I know about a gun, but we are talking toys here, which means we can do whatever the hell we want when there are toys. So we are going to get him here posed, blasting away at people all around him like he's just blown away Cobra troopers that are around him in a circle. I'm good with that. It's meant to be fun. So let's get him there on the stand. Stands very well. Other gun, nowhere to put it. We'll put it right there. So there's a look at our Snake Eyes. We got here the chat. Figure_collective is here in the house. Says, loves that Snake Eyes. I agree. It's fantastic. I'm very partial to the original, the first one they put out, as I am a fan of the Ninja Snake Eyes. I just can't picture Snake Eyes without a sword, and a sword in his hand looks rather odd to me, but I do think he looks very awesome for what he is. Lacerda says the Snake Eyes head in Zartan is different. Also good to know. Lacerda also says it actually looks different from every other Snake Eyes head. Even better because more customization. So let's do a quick comparison here, back to back. I have a few of this guy. I kept one to rock, one to stock, obviously. I didn't go crazy trying to find the variant. I think it had without the paint. To me, that is classic Snake Eyes. I get that as an Alpha Commando, he looked like this at some point in the cartoon. But I just always think of Snake Eyes as that ninja, you know, probably because I watched so much Robot Chicken in my day. But I really do love how these guys look. And I'm a sucker for this black paint, not even black painted, black plastic figures. By the way, cheers. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Take a clink from my Boondock Saints glass. Of course, that's an NA beverage. I would never promote anything like alcohol. But I really enjoyed this figure from the beginning. Again, fits in so well with so many different lines. Again, the backpack, I'm not even going to do the swap. I think it was the Whoosh might have done it, or I know MCU Collector definitely did it, where he swapped the backpack on, and it just didn't look right. Obviously, the sword, to me, is what does with this guy. Silencer is the same, but as I look at it, the handguns are actually different, the side pieces. Remember, this one had the really weird holes in it, which I think had something to do with, like, what Hasbro was allowed to do regarding guns and things or whatever, as far as what their standards and practices allowed. But again, there is our original Snake Eyes. Let's let him chill back here. If I can reach, there we go. See if he'll stand for us there. I did want to try a head swap. Now, as you know, by looking at my logo, I'm a huge Nick Fury fan. Have a lot of Nick Fury figures here on the shelf, and I wanted to see if I can pop this head off, and it popped right off pretty easily. And I wanted to see what a Nick Fury head would look like, because I feel as if, and don't want to break this thing, I feel as if it would look cool if a Fury head could fit on here. And I'm not going to force this thing. And honestly, I don't think it's going to go on there. It probably could if I heated it up. I just don't want to force it and break the peg. I think the neck's probably too long, taking a look at it here. So even with that on there, it's going to sit a little bit further down. I think it would look pretty cool. But unfortunately, as you can see, it doesn't quite fit. But I don't know. It's not terrible. Again, the back, you can see it's pretty tall. I might try to heat this up later on off camera. If I do, I'll post something on Instagram at disavowed_12. I think That could actually look pretty cool, though. And I can imagine Fury kind of being in a Black Ops sort of situation. So I think it could look cool potentially. But again, I'm not a big customizer, so I'm not going to force that unless Simple Heat allows me to do so. So let's get this back popped on. There we go. Pops right back on. No problems. As far as a head swap is concerned with these two figures, I could attempt that. I know it's been done on other channels. It looks okay. Again, it's not something I'll do now, but it looks all right. It's the best I can put it. But there is our Snake Eyes. And you know what? I didn't want to dilly-dally too long tonight. So momentarily, we'll be getting to seeing what it looks like with our Timber. I did want to really quickly do a side-by-side here with Firefly because, as we had said, he does share a lot of parts from that Firefly figure. I believe from like the waist up. I think the waist down is a little bit different. So as you can see there, a little more light on the subject. It does look like the upper arms obviously are very similar. The texture, as you can see, is the same with the lines on each. Different paint job, obviously. Even have the, looks like the pockets on the shoulders are also the same. Rotating back around here, obviously different here because he has the shoulder piece underneath. Probably has that there. Both do have the cumbersome torso pieces, the jackets that go over the top, the vests, but they look cool. And I know there's different mods you can do to get around it. So there is our Snake Eyes. We're not going to do too many other comparisons because we want to get Timber. Also, I'm not going to try to keep people on too late tonight. I know a lot of you are probably getting ready to do some Thanksgiving festivities. So I do want to make sure to get off a little earlier than usual as we're already about 25 minutes into this thing. Double checking the chat, see if anybody else popped in here. Lacerda says 00 came with that weapons rack. The weapons rack looks great. But again, I couldn't, even at $40, I had trouble justifying paying $40 for just a weapons rack to go with him. It looks cool. Don't get me wrong. Head is different. Thank you. 4 feathers. Cheers. That's right. Clink. And there was a firefight. We were talking some Boondock Saints this week because my last toy video, we found one of the Boondocks reaction figures over at Ollie's for $3.99. Where did you get the bear? I have Mugsley and keeps falling down, so I put in storage. Yeah, he's kind of tough. Muttley's tough to get the stand. The bear is the Marvel Legends Ursa Major Build-A-Figure from the Iron Man wave that came out about probably 6-7 months ago. Didn't hit my Walmart till about 3 months ago. You could probably find it in some Walmarts right now on clearance. But it's a fantastic figure. I actually built 2 of them because I loved it so much, 80s kid. 4 Feather says, good idea with the Nick Fury head swap. Like where you're heading with it. Thanks, man. We'll mess around with it. A little bit of heat goes a long way, so that head might pop on. Whatever, we'll mess around. I got about 10 Furies here, so I can sacrifice the issue. Nope, just AEW. Looking forward to AEW tonight for sure. The Thanksgiving episode. They do holiday episodes very well. So, all right, let's get to it. We're 28 minutes in. I want to focus on Timber. By the way, if I break the peg while swiping the heads, there will be lots of cursing, lots of swearing. I'm not yet monetized. I could be. Haven't done the paperwork. My friends tell me I should. Eventually I will, but I will curse so much if it was monetized, it'd be demonetized because I don't want to break this thing because it's freaking incredible. So let's get the alternate head and that freaking sweet Timber out of the packaging. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to enjoy it and take a sniff of that plastic. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know how wolves move. So if anybody's going to cite like National Geographic on me tonight, by the way, the alternate head sculpt is really in there. It's really in there deep. You got to get in there. If anyone wants to cite National Geographic on my ass tonight and tell me that I'm not accurately portraying the way this thing moves, well, I will gladly agree because I don't really know. I might watch some videos. I'd love to see this thing with some Jon Snow figures. I don't know if it's big enough to be considered a dire wolf, but I think it could be pretty cool. First of all, this alternate head sculpt is freaking amazing. They freaking killed it. Look at the teeth on this. The freaking eyes are insane. Obviously, we'll talk more about the paint and obviously the sculpt itself, but this is just so cool. And I know what we're thinking because I'm thinking it too. If they had this on an articulated jaw, it'd be awesome. I know. I agree. Something tells me that would have been a little bit more money to go, but even underneath, they have the pink in the mouth. The gums are really great on this thing. That's cool. So here's the actual figure, and this thing, wow. I know that a lot of people have been down on G.I. Joe Classified for different reasons. I think they've fixed a lot of the problems we haven't liked. But one thing I think we've all noticed recently with their recent announcements are that they're going to be doing a kick-ass job when it comes to actual animal figures. We have the eagle that'll be coming. Freedom looks incredible. We have the wolf. Obviously, we have Crocmaster coming. But this thing is just insane. Like, obviously, a lot of us have thought about going out and picking up just like a standard plastic wolf at like a nature toy store or whatever, and adding it with SnakeEyes. This thing, the amount of articulation they pumped into a freaking animal. We have the 4 different knee joints going on here, as you can see, front and back, coming up this way. What really blows me away are the paws. And again, I saw this in different reviews. The fact that they took the time to actually paint the bottom of the paws, as you can see, that's insane. It's so freaking cool. This head sculpt is awesome too. Again, I love how you have the damage there on his nose, on near the jaw. That is so cool. He's battle tested. And again, just the eyes. You know, you have those yellowish looking black eyes looking right at you. The paint is amazing. Obviously, it's not painted one color. The shading is fantastic. Tail also articulates, as you're aware, all the way up, all the way down, all the way in a circle. It's probably in a ball. I'm not tearing it off. We do have a bit of a torso joint going on here. You know, different things with this as well. You can see how that moves. It's just freaking amazing. So excited to have this thing in the collection. And again, it's going to take some time to kind of figure out how I want this thing to move and how I want it to look. And that's pretty much what everybody's been saying on Instagram recently or on YouTube, is that they want to kind of take time to kind of get a better idea of how this thing should move along with the wolf pose. But this is just a great 2-pack. Again, it just looks cool. I think that the being the SnakeEyes is entirely in black, as he always is for the most part. It just does very well when it contrasts with Timber next to him. Again, the articulation of this thing can make you do so many great different ideas and different things with this guy. So I'm hoping, as I kind of monkey around a little bit more with what he's able to do, kind of get him on the haunches and things like that, that I could be able to obviously make him look different ways when it comes to posing. All right, I'm scared to do it, but let's give it a shot. Head sculpt pops off, no problem. This peg scares the absolute hell out of me. Very thin, but if we line it up just right, hopefully this will pop on. I don't want to push too hard. I'm very nervous about that. I didn't heat it up ahead of time. Okay, there he goes. It did go on. It didn't pop on. Nope, it didn't go on all the way. And again, I didn't try this yet. You saw I just opened it here. So very worried to force that too much. I'm not going to do it. I will heat it up later on. But as you can see, this is also very awesome looking here. This will most likely be the head sculpt I will be utilizing with this figure because it looks freaking cool as hell. So there it is. Again, I'm not going to take the time to pop this thing on all the way for fear of breaking the peg and me having to break YouTube with all the bad words I say later on. But just trying to get the pads at least somewhat flat in the back. Again, articulation on all 4 of the wolf ankles, just freaking cool. Oh man, they just outdid themselves here. And I really feel like this is going to be one of those figures that really takes G.I. Joe Classified to the next level as a figure line. And again, when that freaking croc comes in, it's going to be on. It's going to be freaking on. So there it is. Let's see what people have to say in the chat. We'll do a few more comparisons with our wolf, and then we'll get ready to get out of here for the night. Lacerda says, and probably got a shot of SnakeEyes. Let's see here. Forfeiter says, plastic snake. We got to enjoy it, man, right? Right out of the packaging. That smell don't last. Lacerda says, oh, and Hasbro Pulse has Beachhead and Baroness up. So there you go, guys. If you need a Beachhead or a Baroness, or you're looking to do some customization, thank you, Lacerda. They're available over at Hasbro Pulse. Renegade Baker 24 says, Disavowed. Did you know that Windows 10 has a 3D effect? It's a great thing to use. I didn't know that. Honestly, I'm tech savvy enough to do these shows, but when it comes to actually using things like that, I'm not the most savvy. I'll take a look at that. Thank you for others. I agree. Very sweet. Love that Timber is articulated. Such an awesome job. Yeah, it's in the photo part of it. I think they will try and do a video on it. Yeah, very, very good. Crocmaster is going to be killer. I agree. I got to pre-order that thing still. Jerry says that it looks incredible. I agree. It looks great. So before we get out of here for the night, again, quitting a little bit early this evening with it being a holiday evening, I did want to see if we can get this guy posed with a few other animalistic figures. I'm going to see if I can put this head back on, if we get a pop with it or not. Okay, so we got the pop there. So you may have to heat this up a little bit to be safe. I was not about to force it, as I freaking love this thing. So I was not going to force that thing on here under the head sculpt. So you might want to heat that up just a wee bit. And even the paws seem a little bit stiff. So as you kind of work with this thing, just be careful, because until you kind of get used to how it's supposed to move and what it's capable of doing, obviously you don't want to take a chance on breaking anything and being in the situation I just implied a moment ago. So here is our Timber. And I said I don't have a lot of animal figures. I obviously do want to put him up there with our Ursa Major. I don't know if I can move him without dropping the turkey. I'm going to try. I was really excited to get these guys on the stand together. So let's see if we can swing this. Probably the best we're going to get. So there's our wolf, and there is our bear. Very excited to see these guys rotating together with our Thanksgiving turkey. By the way, thanks to the GF for the Thanksgiving turkey a few years ago as a prop. She's actually in the other room hanging out right now, waiting for me to finish up. So that looks awesome. SnakeEyes getting punched in the face by Ursa Major. He did not fall. So we made it this far without knocking anything over. So there's our Ursa Major. Loving this guy, obviously. One of the best figures of the year overall. Again, I will be doing my top 10 videos this upcoming December into January. Looking forward to doing those. I'll be doing Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, overall top 10. And I believe I'll be doing a Marvel Legends Deluxe top 10, which will be all the Build-A-Figures and Deluxe pack-ins that came out for the year. So I don't have a lot of dogs, but one dog I do have is freaking Dynamut. So I thought it'd be cool. Obviously, articulation nowhere near the same here, but I wanted to get Dynamut. Loved this Scooby-Doo line that they did. Definitely a guilty pleasure Scooby-Doo of mine, and the Hanna-Barbera universe. But there we do have our Dynamut up there on the rotating base with our Timber. And actually, size-wise, they're not that far off. I actually think he does have an articulated tail as well. So at least they have one thing in common. So there is one hell of a duo right there of our pet heroes. Put it off to the side. And, of course, you got to get Scooby-Doo out there. So shout out to all my Scooby-Doo fellow collectors out there. Again, the Scooby-Doo line was a lot of fun for Hanna-Barbera with the recent Scoob movie, as well as the Scooby-Doo line that they put out at Walmart. So I have most of those on my shelf as a collection. Couldn't pass up on it. Just very awesome. So there are our super pets on display. We'll even slide over our Ursa here for our 4th of July, for Shardamus Prime's video, by the way. He actually reviewed this at the 4th of July. It's how early he got this. So 4th of July was on my brain because that's when he reviewed this thing when I watched that one video. But again, we'll get our Ursa Major out there with our Thanksgiving turkey on the rotating base. Of course, we almost have our knockover moment. It almost happened. So close to knocking things over. There we go. So again, everybody, thank you for joining us tonight here on Live 705. A little bit shorter of an episode. If you're catching it on the playback or if you're new, we typically go a little bit longer. We talk more about your hauls and what it is you're collecting. Tonight, I kept it a little bit short. Hopefully, over the next few days of the holiday weekend, if you're out there toy hunting, a couple things I'll throw out there really quickly. Tomorrow, Big Lots, courtesy of Six Pack Knickknacks, by the way, Big Lots actually is going to have 50% off all their toys. Now, not a lot of toy stores or retailers open on Thanksgiving this year, but Big Lots, 50% off their toys. So you do have some WWE Elites floating in. I know we've all been looking for the Warrior, Umaga, some other figures there as well. Stone Cold Steve Austin is stacked up in my Big Lots. So check that out if you're near Big Lots tomorrow for some great Black Friday Thanksgiving deals. Obviously, Target and Walmart are kaput. They're closed tomorrow. But Friday, they do have the buy one, get one going on for the Black Friday deal at Target. Goes with WWE and also Marvel Legends, among other figures. Walmart just has all sorts of stuff getting the pegs right now. But look around. You never know what's out there. And Dorkside, again, has had some really great deals going on. I'll also mention that Target also does have that breaker figure right now out there going for like $12. Shout out to Jimmy Han Rises. I know he found one for $12. I've only seen those figures like twice. I bought them at full price. Looked around on a toy hunt tonight. No luck. So everybody, thank you for joining Live 705 on your Thanksgiving Eve. I really hope that everybody here has a fantastic holiday if you are celebrating the 4th of July. If you're 4th of July, I keep saying that, freaking Shartimus Prime. If you're celebrating Thanksgiving, if you're not, just hopefully you have a restful holiday weekend with your friends and family. Have a great Black Friday. I will be out there scathing the Lehigh Valley for deals with 6-packs of knickknacks and the GF and some other friends as our annual tradition. But ultimately, it's been a great year. We're hitting the holiday season now. I will add this one more thing. When you're in those toy aisles, keep in mind, lots of kids, lots of parents. Just be mindful. Watch your language. If you're filming, try to give them space because, again, toys are meant to be enjoyed by everybody. Not just us adult collectors. Jason Santiago says, I hope they get the Cobra Bat figures in stock. Yeah, Jason. Oh, man. I can't imagine what it felt like to be somebody who landed one of those on the Walmart app on the website. There are rumors they're going to hit before the end of the year, potentially. Apparently, there's not a street date, so you never know. Four Feather says you're going to have to get on board and get a Croc Master. I will, Four Feathers, definitely. Four Feathers, also thank you to you and your wife for sending me the Instagram message regarding the NECA Quinton Jaws this week. I was fortunate enough to grab that, but it was very cool of the two of you to think of me, to give me a shout to see if I needed it. Let's see what we got going on here. Dino Mutt, that's right. Love Scooby-Doo. Pup named Scooby-Doo, also a guilty pleasure. Jerry says, happy Thanksgiving, Disavowed, and everybody else. Thank you so much. Everybody, again, thanks for being here tonight. Please be safe if you're going out this evening, as I believe some people consider it the biggest party night of the year. I'm an old guy. I'll be chilling here, watching television, and eating a Wawa hoagie in anticipation of my Thanksgiving exploits tomorrow with my family and my nephew and my GF's niece and nephew, who I love as well. So it's going to be a fantastic holiday on our end. Hopefully you have a fantastic holiday as well with you, your friends, and your family. Thank you so much for your support of the channel. If possible, please considering hitting that subscribe button if you are new, catching this on the playback. Hit the bell for notifications so you're told we post new content here on the channel, like our toy hunts, like Live 705, our weekly live stream on Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if you could, I know it's a bit of a bother, but if you could, I appreciate you being here, but leave a comment after the video. It does help push it out to further people and let them know that this is out there. And again, for catching on the playback and you're new, Instagram disavowed_12, daily toy hunts, daily toy updates, daily toy content. Found an amazing fig swap this evening that I posted on Instagram at disavowed_12. So thanks again, everybody. Please stay healthy. Please stay safe. And I'll be seeing all of you at the pegs. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Take care.